Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I'm Serious JG, and I have confirmed that it is in fact the Odine's laboratory we want to go to. I've also got a FAQ open to make sure that we don't miss any items in the next bit of stretch of plot of game. And I remember this as being one of the more interesting sections. Goofy, but interesting. Coming up. As Idea and her boys head on around the place. Techno Team 2000's home city of Technoland here. That one stage on Banner Commando that Bobo and I always thought was like an advanced technological city. Yeah. What was this again? It was something I didn't care about, I believe. Yeah. Blizzard. Oh, jeez. It's hard to imagine a spell that's of less interest at this point in the game than Blizzard. Hold on now. I need to... It's left twice, then right, because this... We will have a stretch coming up shortly where it would be beneficial to meet up with this goof over here again. So I'd like to see... Oh. What happened? It's not moving anymore. This goof. You see, scientifically engineered abilities aren't enough. Personal training is important too. Don't thank me. Thank my personal trainer. Yes, sir. I'm done with it so you can have it. Chief Combat King 4. Oh, never mind. That's handy. That's something I thought I was going to have to do in a few moments where we're going to be entering into a stretch of game with a, time limit. Something that was believed to have disappeared 17 years ago is coming here. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. You're scaring me, dear. Let's go home. Something that disappeared 17 years ago, huh? Go to the city entrance, because I don't remember how to get to Odine's laboratory, but from here we should be able to figure it out. Dr. Odine's in the lab. A lot of game cards. Nah, I just wanted to see if you were an actual human being. Where could that be? Or what can that be? If a character just stands there and tells you what a location is, I just have this thing where you're not really a person unless you play cards. Anyone else, you don't have to play cards, as long as you have something that you say other than, this is the location you're at, or entry not permitted. Are you here to see the doctor? Yes. Dr. Odine is in a good mood right now. He hasn't been quite this cheerful in quite a while. He's just regenerated, you see. This is his assistant. It's like one of the companions, right? Thanks for that close-up of Revine's butt. Double, trouble, in jail. Guess we're supposed to take this. That's right, plant your butt down there, matron and Irvine. I just need to get to a point today where, during my next session, if I'm just feeling all sickly and not like talking to the internet, I have useful ways to grind, and that's going to involve some plot advancement. Why is the lunatic Pandora here now? Who is moving that thing? I'm in such a great mood. Well, it's not just him. It's also his research assistants who are wearing clowns. He's got Bozo working for him there. The Albanians are there, the ones that salvaged it. We must sound the alert in the city now. It will not attack us. The city is not the target. I hope so. I hope you're right. But to his point, The card game? Sure, why not? That's right, we're going to play cards with the research assistant. We already know that we can play cards with Odine, probably even during this moment. That's not a bad card, but... Hey, it's my buddies. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm looking right at you. My head is bigger than either of your bodies, by the way. not actually a particularly... Because it's certainly not impossible that they could flip Zell with a strong card, but they did not have a strong enough card, so it all worked out. None of these cards are particularly impressive, but it was fun to show that we could play cards with them. Actually, the situation is quite serious, even though I'm Bozo the Clown. I'm sure it's supposed to be headgear of some kind, but it does appear that he has Bozo the Clown's hair with gray tips at the end. You want to play? It's all about the game and how you play it. So is Irvine going to talk, or do they just want to have him play with his ponytail there? So if we meet again, this is exciting. Wait, why is the S and so and this not changed to Z's, but the one in is? I guess it depends on what your definition of the word is. What's so exciting about it? This or that and Gabak Gilbady and all? It's been a long time since I last saw the lunatic Pandora. The lunatic... whatever that big thing? What the hell is that? I wouldn't mind knowing. What the hell's going on? Oh, you want to hear my stories? That is nice. I would be happy to tell you, Mr. Bond. I have been investigating the Pandora since it was excavated. Actually, I'd like to know about the Pandora. Not your story. If you're involved, great. But so we serviced it. Ew. Grr. And investigated. I don't care about that. Is Irvine disappointed at Zell for his impatience or agreeing with him? Same goes for Matron back there. What do you want? What's gonna happen? What do we do? That is what I'm about to... The enemy's coming, right? And there's no time. We'll do something about it. Just tell us what to do. Make it short. Not that smart. Short, eh? Are you sure about that? No, I would like to hear the full story, game, because I know there really isn't a time limit, and that's all bullshit. So tell me what's actually going on. That is too bad. Yes, that could be very bad. Okay, now the game is on advance. You want to go inside and stop it? And look at this. Man, he's goofy looking. This is a map of the Esthar region. Lunatic Pandora's current location is here. Oh. Lunatic Pandora's expected course. It will undoubtedly pass over the city. Zoom in map. Or should I say zoom in map, because the city has one outer skyway and two main inner skyways, all leading to the palace. Lunatic Pandora will head east from the vicinity of this lab towards the shopping mall. The time it will take to cross the city is estimated to be 20 minutes. 20 Minuten. 20 or 20? Don't remember. Boarding Lunatic Pandora is possible at the following 3 contact points. The first contact point is at the center of the city. It will arrive there 5 to 8 minutes after it enters the city. That is the equivalent of 15 to 12 left on your timer. The second contact point is unknown. We believe it is where the 2 skyways cross. Lunatic Pandora will arrive there 10 to 15 minutes after it enters the city. That is the equivalent to 10 to 5 minutes left on your timer. The third contact point is north of the shopping mall. It will arrive there 17 minutes after it enters the city. That is equivalent to 3 to 0 minutes left on your timer. End of briefing. How do we actually board the thing? That is how it goes. I give you this. Look at it, the square button. The problem is... Alright, we gotta get going. Damn it, Zell. I want to talk some more. Zell, let him tell you what's going on. I'd like to know. Couldn't we play cards or something? The culprit is not Galbadia. Yeah, see, this is worth hearing about, Zell. What do you want? About Lunatic Pandora. Ah, so now you want to know. You know that monsters come falling from the moon. Not very often that it happens. Oh, yeah, sure, I can see how. What? You don't know? Pandora has an effect on the moon. But that may be the immediate problem, rather than Galbadia. Tears Point and Lunatic Pandora together will maximize the effect. What do you want? Okay, so monsters fall down from the moon. Good to know. That will be the center of the city between 15 to 12 minutes. So I'm going to take a quick break because I have the FAQ open on the same... It'll be the same screen that I'm using. I just want to check, and we can chat together while we do it here, folks. I picked up the item we need to get during this timed part, so that's not a big deal. I kind of thought that we would need to do that during the time of the times running down, but we really don't. So from Odine's lab... Yeah, this particular one doesn't give us step-by-step directions to get to the first encounter point, but there should... Yeah, it says there's plenty of time, and I believe them. Even if you don't use Encounter None, you should have time. But you want to get to the first contact point because it affects what you're able to do once you're inside, so I get that. Oh, and if you don't board at all... Oh, something happens if you don't board at all, eh? I think your time is running down. Okay, never mind. I think I remember how this works now. But yeah, we definitely want to get on the first boarding spot, and we want to get there as soon as we can. So, part of me is curious what happens. I guess if we have a chance to save our game, we could just let time run out and see what happens. But I think we just miss out on a chance to get some cool items, so we don't really want to do that. Alright, so what I kind of wish I knew is exactly how to get to the first contact point, but it seems like it shouldn't be that big of a deal, so we should be able to figure it out. It's going to be a matter now of whether we get to save before the timer starts in case I mess something up. What do you want? Center of the city. Doctor never tells us what we need to know. I need to know he cares about me. Let's get going. It'd be nice if we got to save. Here's Zell looking stupid. Looks like it's here. That's not that useful a map game. Where is it? There it is. So I think we need to go this way. Although we might need to be on the top level and not this bottom level. Oh, look, we're following SR soldiers. By the way, I don't have the... Yeah, okay, so I was wondering what the random encounters would be, because they said it's not Galbadia doing it. So we should fight... No, it's Galbadian soldiers, so what the hell? Well, we've got death power, so it's... Yeah. It's like, don't you know I'm your boss? He instantly murders them. I don't think I give a crap about fighting these guys if it's going to be G-Army soldiers, but we'll leave encounters on for right now in case any interesting Galbadian threats show up. Let's try going to the place where... I won't talk to anybody, even though we Should be checking in to see how people are doing. Let's try going to the place, because it's up high, where we would have gotten that Combat King if I hadn't already gotten it. No, let's also try reading that Combat King. Magazine, I should say. My Final Heaven, we already... Oh, maybe we already got this one. Because now we got like 2 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think there's going to be one that snuck its way earlier into the... Yeah, alright, never mind. So I guess we got a redundant copy of an item we already had, but... Okay, it's just 2 G-Army soldiers. Oh, but Zantetsuken. Ryo Hayabusa is going to defeat these guys. Not Ryo Hayabusa, Ryo Sakazaki. I'm just confusing Ninja Gaiden with Art of Fighting. Unthinkable. I like that even though she's no longer possessed by the powers of darkness, Matron is still, in combat only, has like a curtain rod on her back with flowing curtains behind her head. Can I get past this thing, please? Yeah, I thought this is where we're supposed to hop on. Yeah, here it is. Your predictor fly by here. Geez, isn't there anything we can do? You can walk directly through a car. Yeah, I think this just means we have to hang out here until it's time. And I don't think the timer runs faster when you're on 3 times speed. Certainly not 3 times faster. Not sure what I should be doing. I guess I can get the FAQ going on my my laptop while we're waiting here. Oh, hold on. It looks like I've already had it up on an old tab from the last play session. So assuming I'm at the right place, and I think I am, once we get on board the Lunatic Pandora, we need to go upstairs, then we'll go into the 3rd of 3 doors that are available. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. So automatically a cinematic occurs. Oh man! Dot dot dot. We're supposed to get in this thing? Oh good, Galbadian soldiers have opened a door for us. When one door closes, another opens. Keep getting his Zanratsuken. There we go. Show these guys that they shouldn't mess with their former dictator. Oh, it only hits one of them. Luckily, we were able to punch him with the power of death. We got 3 app. Now's our chance. We can draw a meteor, but we don't need to. We've got some of the coolest music in the game playing, but there is no timer. I figured there would be a timer. So I'm not sure what the mechanism is for you getting lesser rewards if you come here at the wrong time, like later. Oh, fine. It's not worth it. I keep thinking something more interesting might show up. I really need to consider putting on the thing that blocks encounters if it's going to be like this. Just completely generic foes. Karaga is actually always a good one to have extra of. So let us... I know I have a Karaga mule. Yeah. That really wasn't worth the time. But, I mean, I'm trying to optimize stuff here. So that's 4 more for the mule. Alright, so we're supposed to take elevator 3, according to the fact. That will take us to treasure, not progress. And I'm officially putting on no encounters because these encounters are boring. Yeah, I take the one in the middle for whatever reason. I'm the dictator of Galbadia. Stop attacking me! Actually, that is a question. Who is leading the Galbadians to attack? Why are the Galbadians flying around in this bizarre... I mean, it was the sorceress who was leading them and all this stuff, and she's, temporarily at least, doesn't have a vessel. I don't know that I've ever thought about this before, but who the hell's actually in charge in Galbadia? She killed the president. I mean, it could be Cypher / Seifer, but only if before being released from Ultimisia's control... Matron gave him instructions. Anyway, this place might look familiar to you. And you might now be thinking that there's a reason that we had to do very specific things in an earlier stretch of the game when playing as Laguna's team. Because, yes, we are now in the thing that Laguna and his team encountered at the Centra / Cetra ruins. Okay. So, just to make sure I'm as efficient as possible, take elevator 3. Once you reach the bottom, go right. So, never mind. And I'm going to switch off encounters just in case we might encounter something cool down here that we weren't encountering up there. Okay. Take the stairs leading down. Okay. I mean, we could explore this place at our leisure. I thought we might have a time limit. As a matter of fact, that's probably what I ought to be doing. Just, if I knew what items we need to find, let's make sure we find them all. And never mind, I'm officially turning encounters back off because it is the same. Yeah, Odin is here to help us with the boredom. PS1 era graphics, this was pretty cool. I thought they had some pretty cool sequences in this game, and Odin is one of them. They weren't Odin sleeping on that character. So I think what I can do is just I will bring my timer back up and just now that we got no encounters on it shouldn't be that time consuming to just explore at our leisure. Make sure before we don't proceed until we've been to all the rooms that are open. Meanwhile, he's got his head stuck firmly up the dress of the woman who raised him, which is weird. We found Love G, Gangsta, Love G. And that was the first treasure we were supposed to find. And this would not be a path, and if we hadn't done specific things as Laguna that dislodged that power generator. Basically, we're in that place, but it's that Laguna explored where Ward lost his voice, and we ended up cliff diving at the end to escape, but it's on its side, or rather it was on its side when Laguna and crew were there. So these things, which to them were like trapdoor floor hatches, are actually little doors that we unlocked. thus receiving Phoenix Pinion, and Power Generator, which are very high-end items, and a Silence Drop Point, which really is not that big a deal. Combat King 5, which, again, I feel like we already have that. Yeah. So we're doubling up on some of these things. There's more than one way to get them, but it's fairly important that you find at least one of the ways to get them, because they give you Zell's best attacks. An ultimate drop point, always welcome. And it looks like that's all that's there. Kind of hard to tell sometimes what is a path that we can go down and what's just going to be a single item. Doesn't seem to be much going on here. Alright. Don't know about that. I guess I'll take a look at the FAQ. We'll be ready to call it a video in a minute anyway. I'll take a look and make sure I didn't miss anything, but it doesn't seem like you can do anything there. A little nervous here. This could be progress. Though it feels like a dead end. And this is just elevator 2 again. So I think what I'll do is call it a video just a little early, because elevator 1, I believe, progresses the story, and maybe we've already found all the goodies. Tell you what, we'll do it together real quick. It won't take but a second. Confused Draw Point, Love G, Power Generator, Silence Draw Point, Phoenix Pinion, Combat King 5, Ultimate Draw Point, yeah, okay, there's nothing else to do. Oh, after we follow elevator 1, there will be one more item for us to find. Okay, cool. So we actually found everything we need before we go into elevator 1 and continue the story. And we will continue the story in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you then.